Hello everybody, Shane at Read the Wonder. So I decided to go tubing today. A little 3 to 3.5 hour tube ride down the river. So I apologize if there's any interruptions like right now. I might have to shove off a little bit. Every now and then you got to do it. There we go. Okay, so here I am. I'm actually sitting in my cooler. This is an add-on. You can add on a little cooler or a tube for your cooler. It's not an actual cooler. So I'm sitting in it. It's a lot easier to film than in my tube. And I have this new little doodad, this little tripod that has those bendy arms. So I rigged it all up and we're good to go. So I wasn't sure what I was going to do a video on. And to be fair, Simon helped me a little bit. We talked about it. And I decided I would do make up a little spread. It's probably not a made-up spread. I'm sure that it's just a variant on 3-card spreads everywhere. Let's get in the middle of the river, huh? It's coming up here quick. Okay, so you see him behind me. You guys are gonna see stuff before it hits me. I'm gonna run into this log. I thought I was in a safe part of the river to do this. And I think we'll be alright as long as I can get to the middle, and now I'm all wet. So I'll talk for a minute while my hand's drying off. Here, just drying off on my shirt a bit. Work with what you can, right? Okay, so today I am going to use my my Wildwood Tarot. This, besides my Centennial, was the first deck that I picked up eons ago. I mean, 7 years ago, perhaps, at Barnes & Noble. Picked it up and I loved the earth-centeredness to it and the paganism in it. I was just beginning to step out of Christianity and look at other things, and it just spoke to me on a very deep level. You know, I love the stag and just amazing. And I haven't used it much. I mean, I purchased that when I lost, and then I purchased another copy you know, like a year ago when I got back into my tarot journey and decided to chop everything off. And I haven't used it since. I thought, well, if I chop everything off, it'll force me to learn the quartz in this deck. So anybody that's not familiar with this deck, the quartz are all animals. This is one of them, and I don't know which one it is. Oh, this looks hazardous. Okay. Alright, oh, I'm gonna be really stuck here, guys. How are we gonna do this? Here, there's a log right here. Push myself up. Oh! Okay. Okay, we're good. It was like, my phone's just gonna go sliding into the water. I think I'm pretty good with my phone, but look at me. I am really trapped. Am I going to edit this out? Are we going to restart? What are we going to do? I'm going to put my cards down there. I think they're safe enough. Fight in the river. Okay. Okay. I'm sure some of you are laughing. It's perfectly fine. Look, isn't this beautiful? Can you guys see this? Like I'm under like a canopy of a tree. Almost lost you. We made it! Look at this bank of flowers here. It's just gorgeous. Gorgeous. And I gotta say, this is what it's supposed to be like. This is what we're supposed to live in. This is what we should be walking out into every day. This is how humans were supposed to live. Not in concrete cities. With concrete walls. This should be our wall right there. That's our wall. I got out and dipped my head in the water and realized I had hairspray in my hair still. So it started stinging my eyes. It was lots of fun. So I really had to get in there, and I started like washing my hair. I have no soap, but I was washing my hair, like really going to town trying to get all the hairspray out. And I felt so primal. I've never taken a bath in a river before. And I felt like this is it. I should be taking a bath in a river every day. You know, I can't explain the sense of It's profound, the sense I get out here and the connection that I have to nature and what I feel. So the Wildwood is very fitting then. That's one of the reasons I brought it. I brought this in the 8 coins, and we're going with this one, even though I don't know the quartz. If a quart comes up, we'll guess. Some of you will know, some of you won't. So I'll just use my intuition. We'll speak about the animal, if I know the animal. So the spread I'm going to do, 3 cards, very simple. I decided that we're going to look at what state, emotionally or psychologically, mentally, do I need to work on right now? So what state is it that I'm in, kind of, that I need to work on? And then the middle card is going to be the river. And how do I change that? You know, what path do I take? What river do I go down? You know, how do I flow into creating change? And then the 3rd card will be where I should end up. What state I should be striving for. So kind of like a present where I am at, and then a future where I should be going with action in between, like, you know, and we'll see what comes up. Could be physical action, it could be mental action. Isn't this exciting? I love it. I got some Subway and I stopped on the bank a little bit ago to eat some Subway. It was delicious. I've already passed a turtle sitting on his log. And while I was sitting there on the bank eating my Subway, there were little frogs that were jumping into the water. It's just amazing. And it's very shallow and clear in some spots, and when you go through those spots, I can see the little fishies swimming beside me or running away. Some of them have been pretty big too. Kind of coming to a standstill. This is a lazy part of the river. I made a bunch of seaweed. Might work for the reading here. It's not working. I have to wait till I run to the bank to push myself off. Okay, so give these another good shuffle here, and we'll see what the cards want to tell me. Okay. Guys, I need to know this deck better. This is a major. It is one of the majors. Which one is it, guys? I feel like he is the warden. Could he be the high? No, I don't think he's the Hierophant. Let's do this. Let's do it. Oh, he could be like the King of Wands as well, since he's holding that spear. Some of you are screaming right now, it's this card, it's this card. I never got to know my wild unknown, or my Wildwood. So just intuitively, I do see it as, and he's got a cup in his hand too. I kind of see a warden, but I also see the King of Wands. So, what needs work done? Okay, so, you know, I see the fire energy in here because of the, what is that called there? I don't know much about this card, do I? I'm going to shove off here. Oh, I'm stuck. Okay, we should be good for a while now. Heading into the middle of the river. Okay, so how many times can I say okay while I'm thinking about this card? I need to look at it. Okay, so he's got his spear, and he's got a little totem hanging from his spear, which is really cool. He looks very intense, and he's got this cheetah thing beside him. I see him definitely, he could be the Emperor. But I see him definitely, I don't know about the King of Wands, that's not the feeling I get. I get more of a warden type figure. Somebody kind of looking over his domain, making sure everything is all right, perhaps searching for predators that might want to come into his jungle or poachers. So he looks very productive. He looks very cunning, very agile. There's a hawk above him. It really speaks to me of wisdom, so I think there's a deep wisdom in him. So if we're looking at this card as where am I at and what needs to be worked on? So what needs to be worked on? I feel like it's telling me I need to be more comfortable with my own ideas. A lot of times I second guess myself. I don't feel like I really control my own thoughts sometimes, and that I harness them and I use them. It could also be telling me to be a little bit more protective of myself and my ideas and my thoughts. I'm a very open person, as a lot of you know, and maybe it's telling me to keep a closer guard on those, because there might be people that want to take advantage, or people that will say really negative things, which doesn't really bother me that much, but it has the potential to. So maybe it's just saying we need to work on protecting, you know, our insecurities, or protecting your heart. Okay, let's look at, do we want to pull the river next? I love calling it the river. It reminds me of poker. No, I'm going to pull the third card next. We're going to do that. Okay. So, here's what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is this the 9 of Pentacles? I'm stuck on a big log. I'm not paying attention to where I'm going. Nope, don't want to go that way. I'm going to shove off that way. I think that'll work. I'm stuck on another log. It's a big tree in the river. Okay. The 9 of Pentacles, maybe? Deep in thought, guys. Snake in one hand. He's got antlers, which again speaks of, you know, the wisdom of the forest to me, and great strength, you know, in those antlers. Holding a snake, which to me represents deception or trickery. And then some kind of bracelet, and I probably should know what that is, but some kind of bracelet in his left hand. So in his right, he's holding a snake. I'm stuck again. This river is supposed to carry me in the middle, not take me to the edges. Okay, so, but then these stones is in, that makes me feel like it's the 9 of Pentacles. But we're doing this intuitively, because again, I'm not quite sure. That sun's awful. We're going to do our best. So where do I want to end up? What's the goal here? How should I be moving forward? Where should I be moving to? A state of absolute, you know, meditative bliss. You know, that's what it looks like to me. The stones remind me of Stonehenge, which is a very mystical, spiritual place. So this really, to me, is speaking of a very, very spiritual, relaxed, intuitive, meditative state of mind. And that's not me. And I've been thinking about that even on the river today, and how I was hoping that the river in nature here would instill a stillness or a slowness to me, you know, just like the river moves, you know, because I am kind of crazy with my ideas. I flip-flop all over the place, you know, and I decide on something, then I recant, and I get so far into something, and then I say, oh, it's too much, and I stop, you know, and, you know, that to me is shown in here by I'm not being very cautious. I'm not being very protective of myself. You know, ideas are very scattered. I'm all over the place. And this shows that the state I should be in and I want to head towards is a state of oneness, you know, with nature, with my surroundings. That is, the snake really indicates to me right now the kind of sneakiness of my own emotions, how they can sneak up into me and cause me to behave in ways that, oh, this is great. This is a good one. There's a butterfly. Okay. We're going to work with it. That one's crooked. Okay, we're back. Ta-da. You know, being at one with that, and then the snake is really harnessing the deception, the tricks that my mind and my heart plays on me, and being at peace within myself, 100% peace, you know, drawing strength from nature, you know, through the horns here. And okay, so those are the two ends. That's, you know, that's where I am, and that's where I need to go. Now the river is, how do I get there? This one I know is the world tree. The world. The world. Oh, guys. It's fucking amazing for me. I'm leaving in less than 3 weeks to embrace the world. To embrace the things that I can find and the ways in which I can change and the people that I can meet and the wisdom I can learn from people and from experience. And, you know, especially from experience, nothing is learned. I feel very little can be actually learned in a classroom. The kind of stuff I want to learn, the kind of stuff that speaks to spirit, can't be learned in a classroom. I feel it's only by going out and, you know, into new experiences and trying new things and meeting different people and opening up our minds, and that's what the world tree is. The world. You know, it's just showing me, harness it. You know, travel within it. There's a maze down here. You know, traverse the maze of the world. Embrace it. Be at one with it. There is a home. You know, there's shelter in this world tree. There is a home to be had there. There's a home. The world is my home. And that's how I will get to this more blissful state of being with a more silent mind, is in embracing people, embracing change, embracing a new lifestyle, embracing new ideas, being open. So that was a really good reading. I think that I am probably going to order another Wildwood because I loved it, you know, and it really spoke to me, that world tree, about being more at one with nature, and I feel that right now. And I'd like to use this deck, I think. I really would. This time I wouldn't. I would still trim it, but I wouldn't chop off the titles. Those would stay. So like, or I could just get out the damn book and keep this deck. Duh. Why don't I get out the book and start studying? This river is not wanting me to stay in the middle of its course here, which is fine. Okay, guys. I think I might finish the other half of my sub, read a little bit of my book, dip my head into the water, and get back in my tube over there. So, I hope you all enjoyed this reading on the river. It's gorgeous out here. So, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys are having a great day, great night, wherever you're at in your day and night. And I've forgotten many times throughout my past to take a day to do this. Take a day out in nature. Don't make excuses, guys. Do it. I never regret it. I don't think any of us do. And it is sorely needed within the societies we live in this day to make better contact with the world, which has, you know, given birth to us. So, again, have a great day or night, guys. Bye-bye.